when it comes to boundaries. Being in spaces when you're an empath, I think it's very important to understand boundaries and energetic boundaries, most importantly, because as an empath, you take on a lot of people's energy unknowingly, especially if you're not intentionally staying in your own energy, in your own compass. And I think it's important to understand that. So for me personally, how I make sure to stay on my own energy and my own compass no matter where I go, if I'm going to if I were to go to a big event or whatever the case may be, how I would say centered in my own energy is making sure that I'm connecting to my breath, making sure that as I breathe in, I'm connecting to my energy. I'm in my body. I'm in my center. So as I breathe in, I follow my breath through my nose and I follow my breath through my nose, visualizing where my breath is going, visualizing where the air is going. And as I breathe out, I allow myself to release and let go of energies that are not mine, or I allow that space of me breathing out to be for other people, if that makes sense. So, for example, if you pay attention to, hold on, let me pick this up. If you pay attention to this, it's a plant, right? It's a flower. Practicing meditation and centering yourself when you first get up and right before you go to sleep is also important and essential when you're an empath or when you pick up on other people's energy. I have it's this one person, his name is Aaron Dowdy, and he has helped me on my healing journey for a long time, and he does something called I forgot what it's called, but meditation or the I'll put the meditation down below in the bio if you're watching me on YouTube, and if you're on my Spotify, make sure that you go to my YouTube and check it out. But basically, is for you to make sure that you are centering yourself, making sure that in any space, in any dynamic, you're able to be in your own energy and your own presence, and making sure that you're not just allowing anybody's energy into your space. So basically, what you do is I'm also going to put the link in the description. So make sure that y'all go check that out. But basically, what you do is as you breathe in, you bring all of your energy inward. So you pay attention to your breath as it goes in, following that in. And as you breathe out, you focus on what's in front of you. So it could be fire, it could be a candle, it could be a plant, it could be whatever whatever works for you. For me personally, I think that you should use the elements in your chart. So for me, I'm a Taurus, so I would use earth. Or in my Venus sign, I'm a Pisces, so I would use water. Or my rising is a Leo, so I would use a candle as fire. So focusing on using your elements is also something that can help you. So doing this before you even connect to other people, I think is essential and is important and can really be helpful. So basically you breathe in and you connect to your body. The best way you can connect to your body is as you breathe in, making sure that either one, you follow your breath as it goes in, or you can just pay attention to your body and how it reacts from the top of your head, breathing into your whole body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And as you breathe out, breathe all of that energy out and focus on that one thing that's in front of you. So focusing on everything outside of you or that one thing in front of you, and bringing out the frame of your eyesight and focusing on everything around you. So as I breathe out, I'm focusing on this plant, but I'm also realizing behind it that there is grass and there is a tree and there is different things of that nature. So I think it's important to understand how to do framework. That is what it's called, framework. Um, Understanding how to use framework and using that throughout the day when you are connecting to different people or connecting to different circumstances or whatever the case may be, making sure that you do breath work to where you are centering your energy. That is how you protect your energy in spaces of big crowds or spaces of people that you are around. Even if it's people that you do want to be around, you still want to make sure that you are holding space for yourself when you're in conversation with somebody else or when you have to be around other people, and making sure that if it's people that you don't want to be around, if it's people that you don't want to connect to, that you are truly breathing in and finding your center. That you are truly breathing in and finding your center, and also making sure that you are keeping those conversations short, keeping that interaction very short. And you don't have to be rude in order to keep a conversation short. You can simply, if they ask you a question, answer that question as simply as possible. If they say hey, just say hey back. Or if you don't want to say hey, just don't say hey. But keep walking. You don't have to be rude because that is energy. Speaking is energy. Giving people power over you by giving them your anger, or, and I'm not saying do not feel your emotions. I'm saying you do not have to give them your emotions. You can journal, you can intentionally meditate, you can do yoga, you can work out and feel your emotions intentionally through that, but you do not have to share your emotions with that person that hurt you if you know that they are not going to take accountability, if they are not going to truly see you or hear you, unless you feel like it's something that you just need to get off of your chest and you don't care how they come back at you. You just need to get it off of your chest. I think that is important to understand when it comes to boundaries, making sure that you have discernment on what you need to speak up about and what you can keep to yourself and work on within your own emotional space, whether that be journaling, feeling, yoga, meditating, praying, because praying is a powerful tool. Praying is a form of meditation as well. And I think that's important to understand. But I think it's important to understand when it comes to boundaries to stand on them, to understand that it is something that you need. It is not something that can be whimsical, because it's something for your stability, whether that be, like I said, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever the case may be. It's important to be self aware enough to understand your own emotions and your own needs, and making sure to place boundaries in those spaces to where you stay secure within yourself.